Three, two, one.
Hello, I'm Tobi Hero.
Gotta get to a Shorty.
We are here with WellConnectedGear.com. We wanted to share with the world a little brief story about our relationship and friendship, how many years it goes back, based on the blues. And for those that know more about Guitar Shorty's career, it actually has reflected and inspired my career as well, into where we all are going as one music together. So there was my first gig was at the Pee Wee Creighton Memorial, and it was on Cahuenga in North Hollywood, California, and it was in 1985. So I'm 47 today, thankfully, and at that time I was 19. And I don't know how old you were.
I've been here for a while.
But what I remember, I remember the gear I was using. I had a Randall solid state head and an old Fender 312 cabinet with a resistor in it. And I think I didn't even have a fuzz box. And we opened up for you. I was playing with King George. You remember King
Oh,
George?
yeah, I remember him.
King George. And we opened up for, I think you were the headliner, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So when I loaded my gear in the car, I started hearing all this kick ass blues, and I said, "Who in the f?" Because on film you ain't supposed to be cussing. I said, "Who in the heck is that playing?" And George was always jealous of your playing. He said, "Man, that's Guitar Shorty." So I locked my car up and I went back inside, and you were playing Behind Your Back, and I forget which number you're doing, but you had a red suit on.
When the Guitar Shorty that came to play in your town, that's what I was
And about a minute or two after that, George says, "Make sure." He says, "Don't leave," because I think we were still loading everybody's gear out. And for those that know about Jimi Hendrix, I think Jimmy did this backflip, and I've seen him do it. And I said, "Wow." So where do you think Jimi Hendrix got the backflip from? Guitar Shorty. I don't know. I don't know if you have it even on film, but who stole those backflips from you? That's what I'm asking you. There's probably a ton of guitars that have stole those tricks from you.
I've been doing that since I was 13 years old.
So I just wanted to get the record straight, that the small number of people in the world that have been following my career, the large number of people that have been following Guitar Shorty's career, I just wanted to set the record straight that if you're playing authentic blues, which I'm actually going back to and playing because I've been doing a number of fusion and jazz and Afro-Cuban and all this other sorts, but blues is my number one. I started with the blues, and I'm going back to it, and luckily, Guitar Shorty, through friends of the family. When did you meet Snook Russell?
Ooh, a long time ago.
Okay, so Snook Russell, my cousin King Curtis, cousin Ronald Shannon Jackson, and my other cousin Ornette Coleman. They were all based out of Fort Worth, Texas, and Guitar Shorty. You grew up in Houston.
Yeah.
Which neighborhood?
Bloody Feet,
Okay.
Fifth Ward.
So back then, of course, you knew my grandmother Bessie because before 1965, you In fact, blacks could only play in juke joints. You had establishments for Negro entertainers, and that was my grandmother's. She had a place called Rick. Actually, it was named after my dad. Rick's on the Bricks, and then the place she had on just down the. Remember the Bluebird on Horn Street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a place. Well, it was a gambling shack. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't. That was gambling shack. I know. I remember in the Bluebird.
Yeah. But then Bessie had a spot. Actually, I think it was on Bonnell and Horn, and that spot was Rick's was Ricky's, I think. I don't know, and but anyways, where I'm going with this is just the timeline from, you know, I would you say you're old school or from I mean where we're at here is authenticity of a real bluesman, still alive, still with us, still knowing the history. Your contemporaries were Muddy, Low Folsom,
Big Joe Turner,
Little Walter,
T-Bone
Walker, Freddie King, which was also another artist that my cousin produced some of his records.
And last show I did, Freddie King was in Greenville, Texas.
Yes, and so I just wanted to get some of the timeline straight for people that can appreciate this interview and they know their history about the blues. I was born into it, had to learn about it, had to learn the criteria about the lifestyle and where the music really comes from. And it's not about a lot of technical playing, it's about a lot of heartfelt life experiences that go along living the blues. If you should tell them a little more about being a down home bluesman.
Well, you got to live it, and I'm living it, still living it.
28 years later, I'm 2 of you.
Yeah, I see some man.
What's that?
I see so many guitar players out there supposed to be playing the blues, but they don't know anything about the blues. I do, because I lived it and I'm still living it.
What about what do you say to these newer artists that try to emulate or fake the blues? What's your recognition and responsibility statement towards them? What should they do to become better blues people and players?
They should study and really go back into history and learn about it. Because me, I'm not patting myself on the back or anything like that, but I do know in order to really play the blues and really feel it, you have to live it. And every note I've been there. Every time I've been a string, I've been there.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, saying that is probably, the best advice any player can have. And you spoke on, people running scales. Scales just is not.
I see a lot of guitar players out there got the break, doing real good, and I can tell where he played. They can't even play scales. I can tell that.
Wow. So not only even if you're an accomplished musician that you went to Juilliard or Berkeley or whatever, you still have to relearn what the blues is all about.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, because it took me a while to figure out, how to really buckle down and play a blues song, without being super technical. And for those that know of where my playing has landed, where I started was one thing. So even at this age and at this experience level, we're still learning new stuff every day. I mean, I heard you say you're I mean, what drives you is you're learning new stuff day in and day out.
Yeah, I am. I'm always thinking music.
Yeah. Well,
and never leave the brain on. That's where my head's always in the music.
and that story you shared about when you first started playing your uncle.
Yeah,
That's out of sight.
yeah. I sure want to play. I wanted to play so bad. I want to be just like my uncle.
Wow. Well, your uncle's. I know she's smiling down. So proud of you today. Just knowing how far you've come. And your first guitar teacher, he would have been just, if they're not here today, they're just smiling down from heaven, knowing that your accomplishments, your tenacity, all the hard work you put in, and where you're at right now, is quite an accomplishment. But moreover, I just wanted just to say that the story is that the start of my first career, I started playing professionally in '82. I was still in high school, but my first real blues gig was opening up for you. And we're in 2000. It was 1985, so 2013. I'm here today in the lovely, well-connected gear home, and it's just like who would have known that we would have wound up here this time? It's just phenomenal to me.
And you don't know what destiny is, so everything repeats itself. So here we are.
Wow. Wow, that's I mean, so that's more, and I was like, I wanted to take a full opportunity while we're both here, because a lot of our friends are gone. Like Buddy's gone. Who else is a dear friend of yours?
I lost Lord Folsom, he's gone. T-Bone Walker, he's gone.
Yeah.
Big Joe Turner, he's gone. George McCurran, he's gone.
Wow.
Sam Cooke, oh man.
Did you know Baby Huey?
Yes, I know Baby Huey.
So because Deacon was telling me about Baby Huey, and Buddy swore up and down that Baby Huey was the baddest cat. I mean every time we went to dinner with Buddy Miles, he would talk about Baby Huey and the babysitters. and it was like and I was like, who's Baby Huey? Because I didn't know, and there was no YouTube at that time. You remember, 10, 12. There was no current videos, and to this day, there is really no current video on Baby Huey. It's the live recordings that someone and it's all like a rough 2-track or something like that. So, but I'm just so grateful, that the timeline on where we are here today and where music is and where the youth is looking up to us, and I just hope that the youth will go back and learn what the blues is really about, because I was brought up in it, and I wanted to play like you and Albert Collins, Albert King, Freddie King. Those are all my heroes. And just the other night, I got the first time chance to actually jam with you and Albert Lee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have you played with Albert Lee before?
No.
Oh, so that was the first time for you too.
Yeah.
Oh. So so once again, there's been some talk about what's that thing you're putting together?
We three?
Yeah, there's been some talk about We Three, which is 3 guitar players, which is primarily the 3. Well, I don't know. I mean, with all the things that all the people I know and played with, and this, that, and the other, I still just feel like a regular old guy. I still got to take out the trash, flush toilets, clean toilets, all this stuff. So, I mean, all the people that I play with are legends, but they're my friends. So I don't look at them as legends. I just look at them as my dear
Friend.
friends. You know, I don't put all what everybody puts on that. So, so we three is going to consist of I don't know, you, myself, and speculatively maybe Albert King or who's if Albert can't do it, who would you consider?
Yeah, Albert King is gone.
I mean, not Albert. Albert Lee. Albert Lee.
No.
Yeah, she was thinking about Albert Lee. Who's available, and who's actually on the same page? Because Marcus Miller spoke about that. He did you remember the three bass players? He did Stanley, Victor Wooten, and Marcus Miller.
Yeah.
So this would be sort of the same, same project, primarily based on blues and authentic blues phrasing, which needs to be pushed forward. So the younger class can really have access to, where the music is, because it's in the heart. I don't care if you study years. Playing blues is a whole other thing.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So for the youth to preserve the craft, what do you recommend? Or where would you have them go to study the music? What information can you offer the public right now that's looking at this video here on Well Connected TV?
Well,
Where they can go? What's a good start for them to go?
well, they say age before beauty, right?
Yeah.
Well, the floor is yours, Shorty.
Mm.
Where?
Well, if they want to really learn about the blues, they need to just go down south. If they're already in it, out there playing on stages and stuff and getting paid for it, they need to go down south, way down around through Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia.
Oh boy.
And start hitting those joints, then they'll hear some blues players.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So you think live today in 2013, this is where a lot of people can go and get that grassroots?
Yeah, get the grassroots to listen to the records and stuff, and copying when they use their own ideas.
What's some good music? What's some good people that you recommend for people to study if they were looking at this video right now, and then they could run down and write down and copy to go and do the research? Who do you recommend so far?
Even some of the players down in the South?
Correct. For them to actually probably YouTube or Google or something like that. Some people you recommend that they study to preserve the craft.
Well, all the guys that I knew at the time that I was coming up down to, they're all gone now. So they're all a lot of young bloods down there. You can go down and check them out, because I know they got some ideas because they're out of the South.
Any old footage or anything that these kids could go and study? Like to look up people from your past, like the Googles or the...
Oh, they can go on YouTube and they can see me all over the place.
You're one of the people?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is there video footage from
You
that?
got a YouTube or anything?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, yeah.
Okay, you want to give a name or whatever that they can find you?
Oh, just Guitar Shorty and just Google it.
How you spelling your name?
GUITAR SHORTY.
Okay, one more time for the people who's slow. Like myself. Go give it again.
Guitar Shorty.
How you spelling that, Shorty?
GUITAR SHORTY.
You heard it here, folks. Guitar Shorty, live on Well Connected TV with Tobi Hero. Tobi, what else do you have to add to the story here?
Was there any? Do you think the show, the memorial service that we played when I opened up for you in 1985? Do you think there's any video from that of you doing that backflip?
I don't know.
Are there any videos on YouTube of you doing a backflip?
I'll be honest, I don't know. It's some people got Picture me turning them flips. I know that.
Okay, because my biggest inspiration, of course, I never did do any backflips because if I did, I'd probably land wrong and the guitar would be broken. But when you used to do those flips, you would do them, and he would still be playing in the air, and land on his feet. You wouldn't miss a note.
Man, that's something to see.
I mean, listen. He's here. I'm here telling the story that I've witnessed. You know, as a young guitar playing professional, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, he's here to validate it, and also if there's anything that wasn't said right, he can reprimand that and convey the story the right way, which he's here. And you know, so I just thought it was a beautiful time and place to say, listen, you know, not only playing the blues, but being having a self-expression of doing all the tricks that Shorty has done, which has inspired a multitude of great guitarists like Jimi Hendrix and all the rest to follow. And I just want to say that, you know, I hope I can keep learning more about playing blues and just growing as an artist and, you know, enjoying this life that we have, because, you know, it is, you know, it is short, and we have to make great use of our time.
You kept me alive. I'm still here.
I know that's right.
So, Shorty, I'd like to ask you a question. You want to name some of the places that people, well, I'll not say people, but, well, yeah, that people have seen you perform throughout the world or the country, or how your travels been?
It's been great. I've been to Turkey. When I went to Turkey, Istanbul, they gave me the key to the city.
Far out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Out of sight.
Wow, that's deep.
And I've been to Latavia. It used to be Russia, but it's not Russian now. They call it Latavia. So I was also there. I played in England. I've been all over England. Just got back from Iceland. And I've been to Portugal, Poland, Norway, Copenhagen. I've been to Italy. Oh man, I've been a lot of places.
And where do you feel that your presence is felt the most?
I had a great time in Czechoslovakia.
Oh yeah, we just got done watching that concert.
Yeah,
Magnificent.
I had a wonderful time there.
Yeah, that was a great concert. I enjoyed that,
Yeah.
watching that. What was that, about an hour and a half, 2 hours of you
It was
performing?
2 hours, yeah, 2 hour show.
Yeah, I saw you had a lot of sponsors.
Oh yeah, they was there.
Awesome.
And where else? Oh, Czechoslovakia. I did Australia. I was there when I was in Australia. I was on the show there with James Taylor.
Wow. What a trip.
Wow. So you're well traveled. People really love your music. From you starting from Texas and being able to travel all over the world, how do you think you've been able to do that?
The help of God.
I know that's right.
You've always been right there with me.
Amen, brother.
Wow.
And
I have a picture of him flipping
Oh,
with the guitar.
are you serious?
I have a few pictures of him. One with that red suit on.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Do you have that
I just
picture?
want to show everybody, for the record, I'm gonna have the cell phone swing into the camera
Here, touch it so it'll show up again, the light up.
to
Barely touch it. There you go.
get this picture of Guitar Shorty doing a bike flip while he's still
Playing.
playing. This is for real. This is not a game.
And without
This
busting the
just came
headstock
into
off.
my hand. So here you go, world. Hopefully y'all can see that without it being so glared up. That's him actually doing a backflip. Right there.
Wow.
Can y'all see that?
Uh-huh.
I hope y'all can see that because it's kind of glary.
Bring it all the way up to the front. There you go.
Yeah, we're going to go right like that without it being so
There are a
blurred.
few of them.
So
That's official. He's really doing the backflip.
one good. Now, if I can ask you this, where did you learn it? Who inspired you, and how did you perfect it?
Well, I did it after almost killing myself.
He was 13.
Okay, so you started doing this at 13.
Yeah, I started doing that when I was very young.
Is there anything else you do that we don't know about? Do you,
I used to play with my foot.
you used to play with your foot,
Yeah.
so that means you would chord.
No, side of my shoe, like this, in my show. And I also used to drag the guitar across the floor
And have it.
and just play with my foot with one side of my shoe.
So that's
It
where
was all in rhythm.
That's where Jimmy got all that stuff from.
Well, he had to get it for me because I've been doing it all my life.
Yeah. And real quick, for those, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions upon, you know, I know Jimi Hendrix was a very important guitar player in our world, but when Jimmy was when he was in the army, he would call you.
No, but I got the message that he was coming to see me. AWL, they had some buddies that covered up for him to see me.
So he went AWOL to come.
Yeah.
And that was in which town?
He picked up a lot of things from me around Seattle.
Seattle, okay. Yeah. Wow. And I noticed because I didn't have the story right about the relationship. So later you guys grew. You had a good relationship at the time. Now the height of his career, did he always call you or keep in touch with you?
No, he come in like family units. He'd come home.
Okay. So, wow. It's just such a tremendous. Now you have.
Here's one for y'all too.
That red suit.
That's him in the red suit that they were talking about earlier. That's the red suit right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's him doing the backflip again.
Yeah. Now
That's
you
a
still
genius.
own that red suit.
Yeah.
It's at the house.
We out.
Yeah, it's in Texas,
Oh, okay.
but I still have it.
Wow. Now I don't know if you.
I have a gold suit too.
I don't know if you
Yeah, I
remember.
found that one too, a gold one.
Now, real quick, I don't know if you remember, but I stayed your whole set. You played to the end, and I waited till you were finished, and you were full of sweat, and I said, I want to learn all those blues licks you're playing. And I believe that you gave me your number, because I asked for your number.
Mm-hmm.
And but you told me that you were at that time, '85. You were pretty. You were working real serious.
There's no more right.
I don't know where you were working at. You were going. You were in and out of town, so.
Yeah, they were sending me all over the place.
Yeah, so getting a hold of you was really hard.
Yeah.
At that time, but for everybody that you gotta run. Okay, yeah, we gotta go to what time is it? Almost 12. Yeah. Anyways,
they're gonna be mad in the studio. I know it, but they're still there.
Anyways, Guitar Shorty, thanks for making this interview. Everybody, Guitar Shorty, the legend, the icon, the real deal of blues. And I'm Tobi Hero with Well Connected Gear, Lucian Nehemiah, And I just want to say thank you, we love you, and good morning and good night.
Yeah, we here. We're live in the studio on Well Connected TV with the legendary Guitar Shorty and my man Tobi Hero. But real quick before we go, Tobi, you forgot to tell us real quick, man,
Yeah.
what some of the places that you've traveled really fast.
Well, I was in Istanbul. I mean, I did that thing with Ronald Orr, so I almost did a semi-duplicate European tour for 2 months, 2007. But we're gonna do some other things. I've played a few different places, but it's all on my websites and everything. And
What's your website? Give a shout out.
oh, I don't have an official one yet, but it's just on Facebook, Tobi Hero, TOBIHERO, and I'm on Twitter and AirPlay Direct, Google, YouTube. You can Google me, go to YouTube, Tobi Hero 2004. That's my handle. So, anyways,
And you can also find him on Well Connected TV
and Well Connected TV
under that music section.
under the music. Everybody, thank you so much. With our time constraints, we got a boogie. We love y'all, and good night and good morning.
And it was a great barbecue.
And thank you so kind.
And we like to say, again, we're live on Well Connected TV with Guitar Shorty and Tobi Hero. This is what you do, people. You stay focused. You stay prayed up so you can stay played up.
All right.
We out. Well Connected TV, where dreams are made. Peace.